Hello there. What is going on, everyone? We have got so much Legion news to talk about. There's a lot of news that was dropped at Gen Con, but now here we are just a few days after, and they're dropping even more news on us. So for all the other stuff I haven't gotten to yet, stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe because there's still the $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. That's going to be announced after about a week. So there's still time to enter to win that. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment. We've also got a Legion-specific giveaway we're giving away. All you have to do is leave a comment and be a subscriber, but it has to be on one of my Legion videos. And so this is for the Tauntaun Spot Gloss from Gen Con. Really nice. And it's double-sided, and it has the dewback on the other side. So if you play Rebels or Empire, there's something here for you. And these are real thick too. It's like a credit card. I love the spot glosses. They're so cool. They're so cool. And they're pretty rare, so I was very fortunate to be able to have this for you. There will be more promos that are going to be going out, so if you don't win this one, don't worry about it. Also, patrons, check Patreon because we've got giveaways going there as well. But I'm just spreading out the giveaways all over the place. That being said, let's go ahead and talk about these trooper packs. These are going to be 4 different trooper packs for the 4 different factions. We're getting Stormtroopers, Rebel Troopers, Phase 1 Clone Troopers, and B1 Battle Droids. And it's just a nice way to enhance those core units that you've already got. Well, at least the Rebel and Stormtroopers that you've already got. Very few of you out there have Clone Wars right now because it's not officially out yet, unless you were able to get a core set from Gen Con, and lucky you. I did manage to get one, and so look for more content for that Clone Wars core set here in the very near future. But what's cool about this is you're getting 4 minis. You're also getting a unit card. So let's take a look at the Stormtroopers first. First off, love the sculpts. Love this. We're getting Sand Troopers, right? They look like they're all Sand Troopers, or they've got the pauldron. You don't have to paint them as Sand Troopers. And it's cool having the pauldron because there's so many different ways that you can paint these. You can give them the black shoulder pad. You can give them the red shoulder pad. You can give them the white shoulder pad. You can do the orange. You can make up your own. There's a lot of canon shoulder pads you can paint. There's a lot of custom things you can do with the shoulder pad. So I like that. Now it's coming with a unit card. Now I think the idea of the unit card is just, we're giving you 4 minis, so let's give people an option. Because you probably have 4 extra minis or whatever. That's cool. I mean, I guess in this case, is it going to be tournament legal to run 4 heavy weapons as a Stormtrooper unit? There's interesting little questions that I think this brings up is when it comes down to real, which minis are okay to be just regular minis, and I feel like there could be there's potential for some type of confusing board state when it comes to mixing and matching too many heavies. So generally, I figure most people will probably just buy these to upgrade a heavy weapons unit in their lists, and I doubt we will see a whole lot of mixing of okay, this unit has a Sand Trooper and he's this heavy weapons, but this unit is all heavy weapons, guys. There's some weirdness there. But I think it's kind of cool that they're giving you an extra Stormtrooper unit card, so more things that you can do. And we're getting 4 different heavy weapons options, which is really cool. And we're getting some other upgrades too. It looks like we're getting a smoke grenade and some other training upgrade, which is nice, especially considering that Stormtroopers don't get training. So it makes me think maybe we're going to be able to get training through one of these guys, right? Because now I can't see all the text for those, so I don't want to speculate too much. I'm not the best at reading the super fuzzy text, but what I will tell you is that we're going to be getting a Stormtrooper Captain, a Stormtrooper Specialist, which may be what gives you training, right? Maybe. A T-21 Stormtrooper and a RT-97 Charlie. And there's our RT-97 Charlie. This is meant to kind of be an alternative to maybe your sniper. You still got range 4, but you've only got 1 red die, but to make up for it, you've got 3 white dice. Well, considering that the Stormtroopers have Surge to hit, this one might be pretty darn effective against troops, against guys that you don't necessarily need impact. Pretty cool. I like it. It's not bad. For Rebel Troopers, one of the things that's most awesome about this is they're all aliens. Yes, even the crouching one is an alien. So we're getting an Ishi-Tib Rebel Trooper Captain, a Gran Rebel Trooper Specialist, I think that's the one kneeling, an Ithorian SX-21, which is your hammerhead there, and the Thielen DLT. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe the Gran is the 3Ys. I'm not sure which one is which. And the Thielen DLT-20A. trooper. And yeah, that's the Thielen, right? So the Gran is the triple-eyed, and I'm a little rusty on my alien specifics. But here, this has given the Rebels a nice long-range option, and Rebels haven't had this, at least in their Rebel Trooper, and they haven't had this out of their core. And so this is giving you 3 dice at range 4, which is honestly better than what the Imperials have now, or at least situationally better. And so it's you 2 black and a white, but again, the Rebels don't have Surge to hit, but they make up for this a little bit by giving it critical 1. So this one can even, it's not like it doesn't have impact like your Stormtroopers have for the 2 red for the DLT, but it's got critical 1, which is also cool and potentially better when shooting into cover. Which I am all a big fan of. So it's a pretty cool weapon. I really like this option for Rebels, as a matter of fact. So that much is really cool. Now, for our B1 battle droids, we're also getting, we're getting an OOM series battle droid, a B1 security droid, a radiation cannon B1 trooper, and an E5S B1 trooper. The radiation cannon trooper sounds really, really cool. One of them is going to have a red and a white, but the B1 security droid looks like it's the most interesting. I really like this one, especially for objective play, allowing you to put a unit someplace where they maybe can't be issued orders, but you don't want them to be stuck having to attack first. So this guy is really cool. When you activate, you lose AI attack until the end of this activation, which is just really, really nice. But he's an exhaustible, but he's an extra droid. Really, really cool. So I'm very much digging it. I'm very much digging it, and so that much is awesome. And the cool thing about this is this guy's not heavy weapons. So I think I said earlier they're all heavy weapons. Well, they're not all heavy weapons. They're extra personnel and heavy weapons. So very, very cool. And then of course for our Phase 1 clone troopers, we are getting some really great sculpts, and I like that we've got like the little skirt on these guys. They kind of like that Rex style outfit on some of these, especially our guy who's pointing forward. We're getting an RPS 6 Phase 1 clone trooper. We're also getting a Phase 1 clone captain, a Phase 1 clone specialist, and a DP-23 Phase 1 trooper. And these are only for Phase 1. But yes, this guy is basically the equivalent of, I feel like the clones are getting everything that the Rebels and Empire had combined, because this guy reminds me very much of our rocket trooper for the Empire. You're getting 3 dice, it's cumbersome, impact 2, so this is your anti-armor. And this one's interesting too, because I'm like, well, why wouldn't they have had why do they even need this? Oh, because they don't have an impact, they don't have that anti-armor unit in the core set. And I was like, well, that's strange they didn't get an anti-armor. Well, because there's no armor. There's nothing armored. And that's like a contrast between the original core set, which had the ATRT, which was armored, so naturally there was some desire to keep, there to be some kind of synergy within the core set for it to work against itself. An anti-tank trooper in the core set might not have made sense. But now that we also have our new vehicles, again, which I haven't even, I talked about them at Gen Con, but I haven't sat down and really broke down the launch articles for the new AAT and the new heavies that we're getting for the Clone Wars. This makes more sense to come out to give those guys, a access to some type of impact, some type of counterplay against the new tanks, which is going to be very cool. So yeah, those are the 4. They look good, man. They look really cool. And this just also represents a whole new path moving forward for Star Wars Legion, because these are just for one type of core unit, but we've got lots more core units. And so I love this as an option. I would love to see more things like this. And let me know what you want to see. Let me know for your comment. Let me know what you want to see next as far as some type of upgrade pack. Do you want to see, more cards? Because there's more cards that are coming in here. We're getting some new capabilities. What core units should they do next? Will it be like next Super Battle Droids, B2s, Snow Troopers, and Fleet Troopers, or will they skip those and jump straight to the Shore Troopers, and Rebel Veterans, or will they skip all of that and will they do Special Forces? Maybe they'll get some new heavy weapon special forces types next. And if they do, how would that impact strike teams? Especially if they did, what if they did generic heavy weapons that could go in any unit? What if they did something like that? There's all kinds of possibilities, and I mean, for the most part, a lot of upgrades are restricted to the specific unit they can go in. They don't have a lot of, personnel that can go anywhere. But we do have some of that with our specialists, with what we've had already, where they're just those personnel. But looks like we're getting some nice new heavy weapon options in this, with a mix of potentially, in the case of the B1 battle droids, with some personnel upgrades as well. So all in all, this just looks really cool, and I love the fact that the Rebels are getting a lot of aliens too. I love that, and because I think that's something that has been lacking. And I think it's very cool. So more aliens is very exciting, especially for the Rebels. And I think they're probably one of the only factions that's going to be very heavy on aliens. I think the Galactic Republic will have its share, but they will be in more isolated packs, like like kind of like the early Saw Gerrera, or rather Cham Syndulla and stuff like that. I could see them doing a unit of individual planet types, but they would be all of the same race, whereas I think in Rebels you'll probably see more mixed race stuff. So kind of, I don't know, but we'll see what they do next. This is really exciting. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this? Let me know down in the description below, and also let me know what you hope they do next. Is this going to be more of a trend where we see more and more packs of upgrades and things that augment existing units? I think it's really cool. And could this even lead its way into vehicle support at some point? Probably not right now, because there's not really vehicles that have like a heavy weapons option, but maybe new things to go, maybe new people to sit on your tanks, which will be hard for me because I glued most of mine down, so then I'll be like, better stick this in the freezer. Okay, that's all I've got for you. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.